back to my channel. I'm Sue with Homesteading with Sue, and today for dinner I am making baked potatoes and a chicken breast recipe that has mozzarella cheese and tomatoes in it. Something different for dinner tonight. So first off, I'm going to poke holes in the potatoes. I'm just going to use some olive oil. Rub it onto the potato, on both potatoes. I'm just going to go ahead and stick those directly in the oven. This recipe wants the oven to be 355 degrees. So that's what I have it set at. It says for 50 minutes for the chicken breasts, but I am going to actually, sorry about that, I am going to actually cook them for an hour, because whenever it says 355, it always takes me an hour, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I already have in my pan some olive oil. I am just going to go ahead and slice this chicken breast. Like that. Slice the other one just like it. Go ahead and open it all the way up. Wash my hands. It says to salt and pepper to taste. I am going to pepper, and I'm going to use seasonings, Lowry seasoning salt. Put some paprika on it. And I'm going to add some olive oil to it. I mean, not olive oil, oregano to it. Go ahead and rub it in. Stick it into the pan. I'm going to cut my tomato. Turned out very well. I'm going to put 2 tomatoes on it. One on each side. Going to open up some mozzarella cheese. This has hatch chili in it. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sue with Homesteading with Sue, and today I am going to make for you some discard sourdough that peanut butter cookies that I learned from Carolyn Thompson of Homesteading Family. And first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a cup of discard sourdough starter. I'm going to put in the cup of peanut butter. I use creamy peanut butter. Then I am going to add 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks of softened butter. And the next thing I'm going to do is add 1 cup of packed brown sugar. I'm going to go ahead and put my beater on. Lock it down and then go ahead and turn it on. After we get that nice and mixed, we will put in our 2 eggs and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to stop this for a second and pull it up so I can get this off of the beater. Get it pushed down into the bowl a little better. Get that nice and beaten together. Then I'm going to add the 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And the 2 eggs. I'm actually going to stop that so I can put them in. Might like to hit the beater and then I'll end up burning them. I'm going to go ahead and scrape the sides of this bowl again. And this recipe calls for 1 Hershey Kiss on top. I'm actually going to add some butterscotch chips to this instead of the Hershey Kiss. So it's 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And then 2 cups of flour. supposed to add them together. I didn't want to, I already dirtied that up bowl. I didn't want to dirty more. I forgot to grab my butterscotch chips, so I'm just going to pour some in. I poured about a half a bag. See how this looks. And you'll want to start preheating your oven to 350 degrees. Whoops. Darn it. That's very messy. I already did that. My oven's already hot. Go ahead and take this off of there. Now that I got most of that off, I'm going to go ahead and take off the beater. And I have already unplugged it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the sink. Okay, and it says to cook them at 350 for 12 to 15 minutes. And you'll want to, if they don't stick together really well, which it looks like they're going to, you'll want to add a little more flour to it, but these look like they're going to stick in the balls to me just fine. So I am going to put this over here where I can get to it. And then make these into balls. I'm not exactly sure how many cookies this makes, because I've never done it before. So what I do is I make 4 rows of 5. And then when they're done cooking, I'll put them on wire racks, and then I will definitely show you what they look like, but I'm not going to turn off my camera at this second because my fingers are all gross. Don't want to mess up my button. My thought is if you're in the kitchen, use your fingers. Easier to wash your fingers than another utensil. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick them in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes, and I will be back when they're done. Look how delicious these sourdough peanut butter cookies with butterscotch in them look, and they're very tasty. I've had several. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye. So this is how dinner turned out. Baked potato with butter, the chicken with the tomato and the mozzarella cheese, and some some corn that I froze last year.